Hello and welcome to your mobility flow practice for today. Today's practice will cover your entire body. There's a fair bit of standing work in this particular practice and a nice little rest and recline towards the end. 45 minutes in total. You may want to have a chair, or you may want to have a bolster, or you may want to have a block, but none of those things are necessary. Maybe have them close by. It might be useful for you, and we'll see you on your mat. So coming to a comfortable seat, let's get ourselves grounded and centered and ready to practice. Begin by taking a nice big inhale and a long exhale, sigh and settle, close your eyes, yielding down and in. I'm just letting the momentum of your day dissipate a little bit here as you arrive into your intention to practice. Sensing and feeling into your body, your breath, and dissipating any kind of obvious tensions or resistance that you might be feeling, at least as best as you can. Notice also that sense of your own breathing, the long and slow inhales and exhales, and allowing your breath to be your guide throughout today's practice. Now let's mark the start of our practice with a shared breath. Take a nice big inhale and a long exhale and sigh. And welcome once again to your yoga practice. So great to have you here. On your next inhale, you can just open up your eyes, reach your arms up overhead, take a bit of a stretch this way and that way. Just get rid of any kind of crankiness. And then slowly bring your hands down onto your knees or somewhere comfortable for you. And going through some gentle joint mobilizations. So our body's not warmed up yet, so just be slow and mindful as we go through this. Drop your chin to your chest. Gently roll your ear towards your right shoulder. Chin goes up. Left ear towards left shoulder. Chin goes down. So it might be an inhale, chin up, and an exhale, chin down. One more time that way. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And then go 3 times the other way. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, look up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last one, wake up that poor neck. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Bring your head back to neutral. Give it a little shiggle, a little shake. And we'll roll your shoulders. So it's shoulders forwards, up, back, and down. Forwards, up, back, down. So it's inhale forwards and up, and exhale back and down. Inhale forwards and up, exhale back and down. Go the other way. Inhale back and up, exhale forward and down. Back, up on your inhale, forwards and down on your exhale. One more time. Nice. Bring your hands up, shake out your shoulders. Let's press all of your fingers firmly together with your fingers nicely spread. So really press your fingers together, nice and strong. And now we'll rotate our fingers. This is called finger twiddling. What did you do in your yoga practice today? I twiddled my fingers. Roll your thumb without touching your fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your thumbs together. First finger, without the fingertips touching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backwards. Press that finger together. That middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fingertips touch. Ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of fun. Something you can do with your kids or even with your parents. Roll your baby fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Take your fingertips palm face up, draw your wrist back, again, wrist back, squeeze, or spread your fingers, squeeze them into a fist, spread, squeeze, and then shake it out. Shake your wrists around, just waking up the fingers and the wrists. That's it. And now hold your opposite shoulders with your hands, and a few spine mobilizations. So first we'll roll forwards, your chin tucked, and then roll to the right. Open your heart up, look up, and exhale, roll back and down. Sort of like what we were doing with our neck, but now we're trying to focus on the spine. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding forwards. And again, inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding forwards. Let's go 3 times the other way. Inhale to the left first, look up, feel that through your back. Inhale up. Exhale, around and down. The last one, inhale up. And exhale, around and down. Nice. Hands on your hips. Start twirling around the base of your body. So belly forwards, and then it tucks in. Forwards, and belly tucks in. So it's pelvic and hip movements a few times one way, and then a few times the other way. Slowly waking up all those poor old joints is what we're up to. Nice. And then pause. We'll take your right foot in front of you. Hold behind your right knee. Find a place of balance. Then lift your leg from the ground and twirl your ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And the other way. 1, 2. Nice and slow. 3, 4, 5. Shake your foot out and bring it back in. Other side. Hold on to the back of your left knee. And this side might be different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Legs crossed. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forwards. Just a little bit or a lot. Still your legs are crossed. So finding a little bit of compression now into our hip sockets and sustaining that. So we meet a bit of stretch. Now one of the key things as you find a stretching sensation, begin to slowly engage the muscles in the area of the stretch. So slowly engage until they're fully engaged muscularly. What we're doing here is we're training our body that range of motion that we've just created is actually usable. And that's a mind-body connection, needs to be trained. Muscular activation at your end range of motion equals mobility. Good. And now let's slowly come up, and we'll come on to your hands and knees to a tabletop position. Maybe you kick your legs out a little bit, so get a little bit of movement through the legs because you've been sitting. And then cat-cow breathing just to wake things up again. As you inhale, lift your head, lift your tail. As you exhale, round, press, tuck your chin. A few times like that, inhaling to lengthen through the front side of your body. And exhale to round. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale to round. Good. Inhale to a neutral spine, pause. And lift your right knee a little bit off the ground. Take your right knee out to the side with your right foot nice and high. And now take that foot and leg way behind you. Stretch your leg back and up. And then bring your knee in towards your chest, around your spine, and continue like that. Knee up and wide, legs straight up behind you, knee back in. So hip circling is what we're doing here. Circling through your hip several times. Right hip only. And try to go the other way now. Extend, bring it up and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring that knee down, waking up your hip. Let's take the other side. So left knee comes up, goes out to the side, extends back, lift your foot up high, and bring your knee in and around. So up, out, around. 3, 4, and 5. Go the other way. Extend up and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yum. Knees a bit wider, feet V'd in, and just slide back in between your hips. Keep your hands forwards, your chest nice and proud, and walk those hands as far forwards as you can before dropping your head down and feeling a bit of traction through your spine and through your hips, a bit of compression. Breath nice and calm here. Maybe you melt your heart down. Letting things extend. And seeing if you can create a little bit of muscular activation wherever you feel a stretch. Can you engage those muscles? That's the key. And then slowly come back up. Hands and knees. We'll tuck your toes here and move your bum towards your heels. Your hands walk back. And then come onto your feet. Drape yourself over your upper thighs towards the back of your mat. Knees nicely bent. Head nicely relaxed. Give it a shiggle and a shake. I looked up shiggle again. It means actually shits and giggles. So I don't know, have a shiggle. And then inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, wash your hands down to the front side of your body. Nice. Let's just wake up the spine again, side to side, a couple times. Trying to stay supple and open throughout our practice here. Not getting any too crazy here. Beautiful. Inhale your hands up. Wash your hands face down in front of your body. And connecting movement and breath through that simple movement. Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. One more time. Nice big inhale. And a long exhale. Initially here, we'll bring your hands under your hips. Come to a place where your heels and your toes are touching. Press your feet down firmly, and even feels like you're squeezing your heels into one another. You'll find an activation all the way up through the glutes. And then contain your core a little bit, lift out of the pelvis. So feet screwing down, lifting up out of the pelvis. Now we'll bring your hands just behind your head, elbows forwards, movements to the spine. Keep that low body activation nice and strong. Inhale, lift up. Exhale a little bit to the right, creating a side bend. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. We're trying to keep our hips and shoulders square, elbows more forwards. Inhale up. Exhale right. Press your head into your hands. Inhale up. Exhale left. Now last one to stay a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. So your feet pressing down, heels together. Lift out of your pelvis. Bring your elbows forwards. And here, press your head into your hands, hands to head. And even feel the muscles on the left side of your rib cage activating into this side bend. So trying to create strength and length at the same time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go over to the left, hips go right. And again, active from your feet to your pelvis, to your upper chest, shoulders, hips square. Press your head into your hands. Engage the muscles on the outer right side of your torso. Oh yeah, feels good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, settle. A little bit of a twist, big inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Side to side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Notice the tendency of your left hip wants to drag back. Inhale, center. Exhale, notice your right hip wants to slide back a bit. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And here on the last one we'll stay. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Now try to bring your left hip back and your right hip forwards while staying where you are. Press again your head to your hands. Feel that sense of muscular activation wherever you feel a stretch. Left hip back, right hip forwards. Challenging that twist. Engaging the muscles on your back. Inhale, center, exhale, left. And here, you notice the left hip wants to go back. Don't let that happen. Right hip back, left hip forwards. Chest proud. Press your head into your hands. Nice and strong here. Active, active, active. Even your low body's active. Inhale, center. Exhale, pause. Oh my God. Standing up, such hard work. Up, forwards and backwards. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, roll forward, just your upper back. Keep your hips stable. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, forwards. Last one, inhale, up. Exhale, back. Here, press your feet down, screw your heels together, lift your heart up, and then press your head into your hands as you take your elbows more up to the ceiling. Nice and strong here. Front body nice and active. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, just tuck your chin, round your spine at the upper back. And again, press your head into your hands, hands to head. Not trying to hurt your neck, just find that extension more in the mid-back. And then inhale, come up. And exhale, release your hands down, hands side to side. Let's release those poor shoulders. There we go. And I'm from here, working more into our low body now. Feet a little bit separated. As you inhale, bring your knees or your hips down, hands up. And as you exhale, rise back up. This is, I don't know, flinging a blanket over the ocean or something. Inhale, thumb down, hands up. Exhale, rise up. Really use your gluteal muscles as you do that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's inhale, sit down. And exhale, grab our forearms here. So elbows is the same height as your shoulders, chest nice and proud. Try to pull your elbows apart, so much so you're feeling an activation through your upper chest, your shoulders, your upper back. Stick your bum out, sit down further. So nice sense of activation everywhere. Even your feet are pressing down and trying to dial externally. So right foot clockwise, left foot counterclockwise. Got all that? That's a lot of information. And then inhale, stand up, and exhale, hands come down to the sides of your body. Take your feet about as wide as your mat, toes touching the edge of the mat, heels turned in. And now we'll inhale your hands up, and exhale, sit down as far as you can, as long as your feet remain flat. Inhale, stand up. Use all the muscles through your hips. Exhale, control your descent, slowly going down, 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 down. You might get a few crack snaps. It's all good. It's just yoga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Working those hips. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale all the way down. So your bum might be lifted up, or your feet might be wider, or they might be closer. Find a position that works best for you. Place your right hand on the ground, finger on your fingertips, and your right elbow sort of pressing into your right shin. Inhale your left hand up, look up. Exhale, left hand down. Do that a couple times. Inhale, right hand up, look up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up, look up, exhale down. Inhale, right hand up, exhale down. Now, third one, we'll stay in play as I like to do. Right hand stays down, inhale, left hand up. So we're pressing your forearm, your upper arm towards your knee, finding that opening through the hip, resisting with your knee. Looking up at your hand and trying to find a spaciousness through the front of that left shoulder. So even rolling your thumb more to the back of the room as you look up, find that openness through that shoulder, especially if it's cranky, find a spot that you can open up to, and then bring your left hand down. Wedge your left elbow in, left hand on the ground, right hand up. Press your knee to your elbow, elbow to knee. Feel the activation through that left leg. Look up, open through the right shoulder. Roll your right thumb towards the back. Really open up. And exhale. Bring that hand down. Nice. From here, hands back to your heart. Oh no. Yes, you now stand all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Square up your feet and then just step your feet back together and again go side to side. Just a couple times. Let's attend to that hip mobility, much like we did on our hands and knees. Now we're going to try and do it on one leg. If you like, you could use a chair for a little bit of balance. So you might have a chair off to one side or something you can lean on. So you can bring your right leg up, hold on to your right knee with your right hand, and then take your leg out to the side, so knee high and wide. And now here, release your hand, keep it where it is. Start to rotate your foot to the back of the room and in. So here, bring the knee up, we can remove our hand, knee wide, foot. So we start to internally rotate that right hip around and in. You're trying to drive your right foot towards your butt cheek here. One more time. Up, around, and in. Nice. Oh, I can feel that. Other side. If you're using a chair, it's okay. We're focusing on your hip more than anything. Bring your knee up. Take it nice and wide, nice and engaged there. Release your hand, keep your leg where it is, and then start to internally rotate your left hip. Bring it back and around, foot towards your bum. Ooh, cramp in there. Bring your knee up, out, internally rotate and around. Oh yeah, this guy's feeling it. And then slowly bring your foot down. I get rid of my chair. And again, that feels better. From about the top of your mat, we'll take a big inhale and exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen, and as you exhale, we'll take your right leg back a long step, right toes tucked, and drop your right knee down to the mat. Now, of course, if you got funky issues in the knee, you could do things like take a pillow or something soft and wedge it underneath your knee for a bit of support. That's up to you. There's always lots of choices here. And now, again, working on the hips through our lunging sequence. As you inhale, come forwards, lots of compression in that left ankle. And as you go back, let your toes lift and feel a sense of engagement through the back of your left leg. Come forwards, compress. Wave back, extend. Again, come forwards, compress. This time lingering, loading up that ankle, that hip. Even the front of your right hip, you might be trying to get that closer to the ground, nice and active there. Feel lots of muscular activation into the stretch. And then walk your hands back, toes lift. And here is a sensation of your heel dragging back towards you. All the muscles, even above your kneecap, are engaged. You could take your right hand and hold your outer leg or your foot and bend your elbow in. This will draw your torso more in, but only so far as you can engage that muscle above your knee and the back of your leg. Sustain that, and then slowly come forwards. Step your right foot forwards, your left foot back, left knee down, and then repeat that again. Wave forwards, a little compression. Wave back, a little extension. Toes back towards you. Walk forwards, compress your right ankle. Walk back, extend. Right leg. And last one, come forwards. Press and linger here. Maybe the front of your left hip rolling towards the floor. Nice, strong sense of pressure and muscular activation. Oh yes. And then walk it back. Let your toes lift. Drag your heel back towards you, toes back towards you. Muscles nice and active. Maybe your left hand holds your foot, your calf, your shin somewhere, and you bend in towards your leg. Nice and strong. And then slowly step both feet forwards and fold, bend your knees. Beautiful. From here, simply ragdoll yourself up, and at the top, big inhale and a long exhale. Nice. From about the middle of your mat, say, feet together, bend your knees, and jump off your mat. Turn your toes out, your heels in, and bend your knees and sink back down. Somebody's written a long comment there. I can't see it from here. I will read it when I get back up there. Beautiful. So from here, hands on your knees. Take a big inhale. And okay, take your right shoulder towards your left knee, keeping that right arm straight. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder to left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left to right. Last one, inhale, center. Exhale, over we go. And linger here. Trying to keep that right shoulder dipping in, feeling that now. Sort of a connection from your right shoulder across your back towards your left hip. Nice and active through that chain of muscles. And come up and go the other way. Left shoulder towards right knee. Feel that activation. Left shoulder towards your right hip across your back. Oh yeah. And then come back through center. Straighten your legs. And pause here. Oh yeah. And then bend your knees again. Moving energy in 6 directions. So this is a settling movement, just intended to calm ourselves down before we get down to the mat. Palms face down. Inhale, pull your hands up. Legs are still bent. Exhale, push your hands away from you. Turn your hands around. Inhale, pull them in towards you. And as you exhale, push them out to the sides. Inhale, pull it into the middle. Exhale, push down as you straighten your legs. Yay. 2 more sets like that. Inhale, sitting down. Hands come up. Exhale, push away. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, expand it out. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, push down and straighten. One more time. Inhaling, sitting. Nice and strong through your glutes here. Exhale, push away, not collapsing in the hips. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, push out to the sides. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, push down. Straighten your legs. Square up your toes, bend your knees. Jump your feet back together, and again, side to side, a couple of times. Nice. From this place, let's take a nice big inhale. And exhale, fold all the way forwards. Walking yourself up your mat through that dreaded plank pose. And then right away, knees down, feet flat. Lie down on your mat. Overlap your hands here. And flare your elbows. Lie down. Forehead on your hands. Just a short crocodile pose. And now take your hands way out front, palms face the floor, feet tight together, and then inhale, lift up off the floor. we're going to go for a swim, breaststroke. Inhale, pull your hands wide. Exhale, push them up the middle, gliding. Inhale, exhale, and again, inhale, exhale. Nice. Bring your hands down in front of you, feet down. Lie down again for a breath or two. And one more spine strengthener. Take your hands beside the side of your body, palms face down, chin on the mat. And then again, inhale, lift up, lift your feet, lift your hands, flying. Squeeze your legs towards one another, nice and active through your back muscles. Try to take an inhale to come up and an exhale to stay right there. Not so easy, I know. One more nice big inhale. And exhale, down you come. Hands by your shoulders. Push up to your hands and knees. Take your knees wide. And find child's pose, hands forwards. That's it there. Now put your more your chin on the mat as you gaze more forwards. Let your heart melt towards the mat. If that's not accessible, you can come more up on your knees, but again, chin towards the mat, gazing more forwards. Sinking into the upper chest, the hip creases a bit. And then slowly just walk your hands back in towards you and swing your legs out front. Give them a shiggle and a shake. Move those legs a little bit. 1990. So here, we'll bring your left knee more or less to the midline and swing your right leg out to the side. Something like this. 1990. So your right hip is internally rotated, your left hip is externally rotated. We'll spin a little bit to the left. Keep your chest nice and proud. And look back over your right shoulder. So your left hand is helping you stay where you are. And look over your right shoulder. You can probably see your right knee. Press your right ankle down and lift your right knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and keep it lifted. Keep pressing your ankle down, your heel down as you try to lift your knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knee down, press your knee into the mat, and lift your foot up. Keep that right hip internally rotated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it lifted. Knee presses down, foot tries to lift up, internally rotating your hip. You got it. And then drop your foot down. Find your way to the other side. So externally rotate the right hip, internally rotate the left hip. 90-90 with your legs. A little bit of a twist. Gaze over your left shoulder. Right hand is there for support. And then press your left ankle down. Lift your right knee up, or left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many lefts and rights. Now press your foot down as you try to lift your knee up. Try and keep your hip down as well. It's challenging, I know. Find that sense of engagement. And then drop your knee back down. Press your knee down and then lift your foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I certainly feel that on my outer hip flexors. Keep it lifting strongly for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release it back down. And bring your both feet forwards, bottoms of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles or your feet. Bound angle. Lift your heart. Lead with your heart. Or moving into your hip creases. Lead with your heart. Lead with your heart. Forwards, forwards, forwards with the heart. And then at some point, when you can't quite go any further into your hip creases, then tuck your chin, round in. Maybe a little bit of pressure with your elbows, but not much. Only so much as you can resist with your knees. So your knees try to lift up as your elbows try to push down. That's functional. It's not just trying to take ourselves to some extreme range. It's being able to be muscularly active at that range. So maybe you're pressing your knees down, but you're trying to lift them up at the same time. That's where we get the gains. Nice. And then slowly, slowly rise up. Hold your outer knees. Squeeze your knees in. Extend your legs nice and long. Give them a shake. Dissipate the tension in your hips. Place your bum about in the middle of the mat. And then lie down. Oh yeah, that feels good. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Nice strong compression. And then hold on to both knees. Draw both knees up towards your chest and then out wide and around, hip circling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop your feet onto the mat, keep your knees bent, and then flop your knees side to side a few times. A nice internal rotation of the hip socket. Let's do a spinal extension, so bridge pose. Walk your feet in until you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. If you have a block, this is a good place to wedge a block between your knees. Bend your arms 90 degrees, so robot arms. Press with your elbows. And then press with your feet, lift your bum off the mat. And really feel a good sense of engagement through your legs, the front of the hips, your torso. Sustaining this structure nice and strong. Lots of pressure with your elbows as well. No need to go too far. Can you actually feel all the muscles, your glute muscles, your inner thighs, outer thighs, strongly engaged? Even your abdomen is finding a sense of engagement here. And then slowly, slowly release your bum down, and again, flip-flop those knees side to side a couple of times. Reclining figure 4. Take your hands and interlace your fingers on your belly. We're just taking your hands out the way. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Walk your left foot in, lift your left foot from the ground, but don't use your hands. Don't use your hands. Press your left knee towards your torso, your right knee away from you. You'll notice your hips nicely activated there. Keep that strong activation as you press with the left knee, right knee away. If you want to use your hands, left hand pulls, right hand pushes, but then release your hands and sustain the structure you've created. And then release your feet down. Little flip-flop. Other side. Right foot stays. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Walk your right foot in. Lift it from the ground. So your right leg is trying to come towards you. Your left knee away from you. And you're finding a sense of muscularity at that end range of motion. So create the structure here. If you want to use your hands, right hand pulls, left hand pushes, but then sustain the structure by releasing your hands and keeping all those muscles nicely active. And then release one foot, the other foot down. A little bit of movement through the hips. And we'll take both legs up to the ceiling, both arms up to the ceiling, and a little bit of nervous system reset. Twirl your ankles and your wrists, one way, other way. And then squeezing and pumping toes and fingers into fists. Squeeze and spread the fingers, the toes. And then nice shake it off. And then bring your feet down, knees still bent, but feet together. Press with your feet, shift your hips a little bit to the left. Both knees go to the right. Right hand might hold your knees down. Left hand out to the left, look left. Spine twist. And now we need to slow ourselves down, So feeling that gentle movement of your breath. Letting go of any kind of resistance or tension, at least if at all possible. So use that deliberate, slow exhale to help your body to yield and soften. Oh yeah, it feels nice. Letting everything just yield. And let's take it to the other side. Pelvis square first, hips go a little bit to the right, knees go left. Right arm extends, gaze goes right. And again, try to completely relax your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, your neck. Shoulders relaxing. Relaxing to the point where it's like, I know it's a busy season here, but there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to think about. Just lay on the floor and relax. Take this time for you. Oh yeah. And then when you're ready, we'll take ourselves into Savasana. So lying on our back, feet nice and long, toes flap open, hands flap open. And feeling just that gentle rise and fall of your breath, of your body as you breathe. Letting yourself receive all of the benefits of your practice today. You're all nicely opened up and strong at the same time, ready to face the day. Feel your breath at the tip of your nose. That nice cool inhale. And moist and warm exhale. Let both nostrils feel more or less equally open. And closing with a little metta practice from me to you today. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well within your body, your mind, and your heart. May you meet each moment of your life with acceptance. And whatever is arising for you, may you be peaceful and at ease. Take a nice big inhale here. And a long exhale. And thank you so much for sharing your practice with everyone else around the world today. So good to have you here. And I wish you a really lovely holiday season ahead. I'll be back in the new year. Namaste. I'll remain online here, and you take your time in Savasana if that's where you are. And I won't have any comments. Lost connection. We'll look for your recording. Yes, there will be one. Yeah, nice to have you guys here. As always, the practice is offered by dana or donation, so your donations graciously accepted and go to support both the production of this content and also to the platform itself, which is offering yoga for free to those that perhaps are not quite so fortunate as us. Thank you so much, Savarna. Really lovely to have you here. So yeah, I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks. Thank you, Debbie. Happy holidays. Yeah, I'll be taking a couple of weeks here back in the new year. Planning to Bonnie, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm planning to continue to evolve my own practice and bring that to you in the new year. I'm feeling the need to keep on evolving, keep on changing. There's so much good science out there that needs to be integrated into what it is we do on the yoga mat. So trying to bring that in. Natalie, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. What else do I need to say? And if there's any kind of practice that you would like to see offered, when is the next class? In January? Probably, yes, it will be in January. I tend to try and teach on Tuesdays at this time. I think that will be, thank you, Bonnie, very much appreciated. Yeah, probably Tuesdays at 9:15, whenever the first Tuesday in January is, I'm not sure. I have live gigs on Mondays and Fridays in the new year, so I could possibly offer more. We'll see. It snowed here a lot, and for Victoria, British Columbia, that's a rarity. But sadly, it'll be warm by Christmas Day, so it'll all be gone this week. But we got a good dump of snow last night, and it causes everybody into a big scurry. Bonnie, yes, you can look online. Other locations, yeah, you go through my profile page, C2, and you'll find a link there, or other ways to donate if you prefer. Savarna, happy holidays on C2. Yeah, everyone. I hope you have a really lovely break here. I hope you get a bit of time to yourself. It's always a useful thing, just to kind of reset. We are indeed very close to the winter solstice. And the winter solstice, if you recall, after the winter solstice, every day gets a little bit brighter, a little bit more sun. So it's a perfect time to plant your seeds of intention this week. What is it you want from the new year? And let that seed grow as soon as the sun starts coming in. Yay! Exactly. It's been getting pretty dark, hasn't it? All right, enough yakking from this guy. I hope to see you in the new year, and it's been a real pleasure practicing along with all of you for the last year or so. Take good care, everyone. Thank you, Jess.